We're going to go real quick to another session from Jeremy and Pick and Howl, so take it away.
An original tune called Armageddon. This fire on the mountain, flooding on the coast. I'm hungry down with the girl I love the most. This world's gone crazy, this world's gone wild. It's like Armageddon out there. Bullets keep on flying, no end in sight. We got nobody on the hill to make it right. They've all gone crazy, they've all gone wild. It's like Armageddon out there.
Jeremy Richard with Pick and Howl. Isn't he amazing, guys?
Great music.
Amazing music talent we have in Arvada. So we've got some teacher walkouts we're going to be talking about.
Absolutely.
Got a couple. I'm looking at a couple of teachers right now that are about to come on, and then we have a state representative.
Representative Lang Sias was working late yesterday at the House, but he woke up early to get here and get down to the Capitol.
Shayna Fortier is going to be here.
She's the official
talking
news.
Headlines. We've got City Council member John Marriott. I'm going to say John is going to. I think he's going to take the cake for best beard so far. You guys be the judge. We also have a community spotlight. Liesel Schifferl. Let's get into it.
Let's rock.
Today we're talking teacher walkouts. This is happening tomorrow. I've got two teachers on set with me. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Rhiannon Wenning. I'm a teacher at Jefferson Junior Senior High School.
Hi, Rhiannon. And you're, we would call you a teacher organizer.
Teacher organizer, yes.
And Dale, introduce yourself.
My name is Dale Munholland. I'm a teacher at Pomona Senior High, and I'm a social studies teacher there, and I'm also on the board of directors for JCEA.
All right, and so you guys are getting active. We all know that, well, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent here in Jeffco schools, you know school's closed tomorrow because of the walkouts. What is going on, Rhiannon? What is at play? What's happening tomorrow?
Well, we're standing up for our students and to demand the schools our students deserve. Main reason is for funding. We are 46th in the nation for teacher pay. We are 41st in the nation for per pupil funding. And so we are standing up for increased funding for our schools and for our students.
You're standing up for increased school, and then Dale, what's your? I know you're organizing, so you're out. You're going to be at the Capitol.
Yes.
Trying to get lots of other teachers out as well.
Yes.
And Dale, what's your role in all this?
My role in all of this is on JCEA. I'm in charge of political action, so I'm helping Rhiannon get people out, training people at the Capitol tomorrow. On the marches and how to lobby our legislators, and just kind of the logistics on all of that's involved in the walkout.
Okay, so Rhiannon, you've got some hot stats. So you mentioned 46th in the nation on funding.
Yes.
What else do parents need to know?
We're about $2,000 less than what other states are funding per pupil.
And so what are we in the nation for per pupil?
41st.
44. Okay, so it's pretty dreadful for pure pupil
Yes.
funding as well as teacher pay.
Pay and funding overall,
And
yes.
we were talking a little earlier, some of the teacher pay issue is the high cost of living here.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because that kind of factors into it.
Yeah, I will be getting a second job this summer to help supplement my pay. And I have 2 master's degrees. I know many of our colleagues have higher degrees, and we are not given, I guess, the financial respect that we need and that we deserve.
And Dale, you're at Pomona High, right here in Arvada. Talk to us a little bit about the impact that you see at your school.
So at our school, we've had teachers actually leave the profession or leave for other districts because they can get paid more there, and that has a really negative effect on the students because they're losing experience, very competent teachers in the schools. So we have to go out and find a new teacher, and this whole process has to repeat itself. It's very time-consuming, very expensive, and it really is a detriment to the students' learning within the classroom.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the Awesome Pod.
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me here. I appreciate it.
I thank you for coming. I know you had a late night in the House last night, but things are getting down to the wire down on Colfax. But you've got 2 bill signings today for 2 pieces of legislation that you got that were constituent based, all about things that came out of our neck of the woods, right?
That is right, Katie. We have 2 bills that are being signed by the governor this afternoon. that both address issues that came out of this community. For I think most people, that rising cost of healthcare is a huge issue, and one of the things that I started hearing from constituents and that we saw ourselves was that with some of the freestanding emergency rooms, urgent cares and freestanding emergency rooms that have popped up around here, folks were going in and for a variety of reasons winding up with really high bills that they didn't expect, and they really didn't, frankly, have a reason to expect.
Right.
And I could go on and on with
I
stories
heard about
it,
absolutely, all over our area.
A lot of people have had this happen, and they tend to be two types of charges: either a bill for a doctor who was working on contract and was out of network, or for what's called a facility fee that you can get at a hospital emergency room, and can often be many, many times the rest of the charge, up into well into the four figures.
Yeah.
I'm a conservative Republican, and I believe in markets, but I don't think that a market can work well at all if the consumer doesn't have basic pricing information when they walk in the door. So that's what one of these two bills does, between the customer, the consumer, and the facility. The other one is transparency sort of on the back end of the transaction. I won't bore you with those details, but it accomplishes the same thing. Very much, Katie. Really appreciate the chance to be on today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, hey guys, we're going to kick it over to AJ and do some Hunters Bay in the community talk right now.
How you doing today? My name's AJ Payne. I'm the general manager here at Hunter Bay Coffee Roasters, and I'm sitting next to my good friend Bethany Norton, and she's got some information to tell you about what's going on in the community here over the next week or so.
Thanks, AJ. This Saturday and next Saturday at 10 a.m. here at Hunter Bay, we're going to be selling raffle tickets to raise money for kids who don't have access to computers. $10 a ticket. Grand prize is $1,000. Come on down, get your tickets, support AJ, support your community kids. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo.
And it is time for news. Richanna, yay news. Let's get right into it. There's so much going on today. What do you want to start with first? What's some top news from the Arvada Press these days?
Well, something that Jeffco students have been doing is they hosted a Vote for Your Lives rally last week, and I got to go attend. And speaking as just a general person, it was really cool to see students organized and really passionate about a cause.
Voter registration. They were doing voter registration.
Yeah, it was organized by student-led, student-organized group, Jeffco Students United for Action, and they were all about getting people to register for vote.
The Arvada community, we lost a member of our community who was a huge staple here.
Yeah, Bill Aston, he was a longtime Arvada West teacher. He was there for 20-something of his 30-something years in teaching. He was also a co-founder of the Historical Society here in Arvada. So he did pass last week. So I'm actually working on a memorial feature about him.
There's been an outpouring on Facebook. Arvada West High School Foundation has a science scholarship in his name. If you want to give thoughtfully, that was part of his request, of his family's request. So Arvada West Foundation. But you want people to contact you to talk about him?
I do. I'd love to hear people's stories from the community about him and how he touched their lives. So to do that, you can email me. It's sfortier@coloradocommunitymedia.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Awesome Pod Arvada Edition. We are excited to have John Marriott on the set.
Well, thank you for having me, Russ. It's great to be here today.
What do you think about this whole get-up here?
You know, this is amazing. This is like so many things that happen in Arvada. It's not what you think until you get in it, and then it's amazing.
So tell me what you're kind of look around. What are you seeing?
Well, I'll tell you, what a vibrant place Old Town is. Here it is early in the morning, and there are people coming and going. The business is doing well, cars moving by. But then you come in here, and the setup you guys have to put this on, amazing.
Chris Woodley at Mountain Media making all this happen. We've got like a 4-camera shoot going on. We got like 3 different sets. We're going live. This is exciting. We're excited to have you. Welcome to the show. You almost match our sign, our new sign.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's great to be here.
I should mention, you talk about Old Town and support. Hunter Bay hosts us. The guys over at Torso Rags made this awesome sign. The guys at Torso Rags made these T-shirts, by the way, guys. John, you just did the State of the City address. I believe we've got a little video we want to show real quick. We got an exclusive interview with Ed Perlmutter, who watched your speech. So, Chris, are we ready for that?
Arvada, you're having a great year. Keep it up.
as I wrote that speech, the thing that was really came to mind is how great Arvada is doing. As I wrote all the different parts of that speech, man, we are on a roll. And I really want to thank the congressman, one, for coming and taking interest in local politics. You know, one of the great things about Arvada is how the different layers of government work together, clear up to our congressman. But also those kind words by the congressman. Boy, what a great thing for him to have done, and we really appreciate it.
And John, we got to touch on the big news story of the last year in Arvada. Really has been this Trammell Crow project, and you were a key vote in that. How stressful has your life been?
Well, you know what? I tell you, that was a difficult decision. You know, the Trammell Crow project came to us in January. The first time around, it had what I thought were some flaws. I could not vote for it in its form that it was, and the majority of council that day, 4 of us, elected to not move that project on. Trammell Crow met with us, made some much-needed changes to the project. I think delivered a much better project, and the second time we saw it in March, we thought that it was improved enough to gain our support. Now, this was a project that was just a very difficult development project that we look at in those terms, and I think we made the right decision actually both times, and I think that the project that will be built is going to be much better for council's actions.
Another thing that people in Arvada care a lot about, G-Line. Do we have an update?
So no update at
guys.
this moment, although things are definitely moving forward, and trust me, we are putting all the pressure we can on everybody who has a hand in it to try to get that coming.
I know
but
you're not a betting
happen.
man, but if you were a betting man and you had to say, if someone forced you to say what month this thing is going to open, what would you say right now?
If I were betting, I'm saying June, but I'm
June.
always
okay, I'm
an optimist.
say that's an optimist. That's a glass half full. You had the experience of trying to hunt Scott Spears down?
Scott Spears is a busy man. We call him Old Town's favorite entrepreneur. Guy is amazing. I don't know how he does it. That guy is busy.
So do you have a hard time reaching him too?
Absolutely.
So I shouldn't feel bad.
I think his mom has a hard time reaching him.
We're going to have Scott. We got Scott. We captured him. He was shooting a little video at the sock store as I was out with our next guest cleaning up trash.
All right, guys, breaking news. I have found Scott Spears.
Oh. Come on, say hi to the Awesome Pod.
How's it going, guys?
When can we get you on the show?
We can talk about it. Send me an email. Soon we can try
We'll
to figure
get you
it
on.
out.
All right,
we'll
guys, we got him. He says he's going to come on the show.
I'll come
Scott
on.
Spears.
Thanks, man.
All right, dude.
We'll see you later.
We're going to have Scott Spears on the set. He's got a bigger beard than you, so maybe we've got a little competition going there. Next, we're going to do a little video here, and we're going to have Liesl Schifferl. She's going to be talking all about keeping Old Town beautiful.
Hi, I'm Liesl Schifferl, and this is
Michael Martinez Schifferl.
I'm Tammy Johnson.
I'm Ruth Malone.
I'm Ryan Georgia. This is my fiance Katie Robert.
And we're picking up
trash.
Pick up trash.
Woo! Ta-da! We do this once a month. There's a lot more trash been happening in Old Town Arvada lately, and so a bunch of us got together, thanks to my neighbor Liesl, and we wanted to get together once a month and do something to improve on it. We find all sorts of things. Some are interesting, some are disgusting. There are a lot of cigarette butts, concentrated outside the bars in particular. It would be nice if there were some butt cans provided by the city or the establishment. I don't know who, but a lot of butt cans.
It's more than just a trash pickup. It's also gathering community members together. And so after this, we all head over to Hunter Bay and we have a great time getting to know each other better.
Liesl, we've got you on the set. We got out with you on Saturday, cleaning up, putting on our gloves. Thanks for coming out to the Awesome Pod.
Thank you.
What do you think about all this?
It's amazing. We
got a
love
lot going
Hunter
on.
Bay. Yeah, we do.
For folks that are interested in taking part in this Keep Old Town Beautiful, when's the next one?
The next one is Saturday, May 19th. We meet at 8:45 in the square, and it lasts approximately about an hour. And then Hunter Bay is awesome, and they support us, and so we all come out for coffee afterwards.
And you guys might have noticed a little oot there. What was that?
I am Canadian.
Yes, and that's why your kids who are 4 and 1 can get out in the snow on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because they're tough.
They are
because
very
they got
tough.
a Canadian mom.
Yes.
What's your email address so people can get in touch with you?
Our email is keepoldtownbeautiful@gmail.com, and it's old with an E at the end.
Guys, if you're new to Arvada, first it's pronounced Arvada. Second, it's Old Town with an E, right?
Yes.